The word enlightenment has been used in different ways throughout history. In Eastern traditions, it referred to awakening from the illusion of ego, realizing that much of human suffering comes from identifying completely with thoughts. I am this, I must do that, I am hurt, they wronged me. When a person learns to observe thoughts without fully becoming them, greater peace can arise. In Buddhism, it speaks about understanding that the self is not a fixed, unchanging entity, but a process. The body changes, thoughts change, feelings come and go. When this insight is seen clearly, much mental tension can dissolve. In Christian mysticism, enlightenment was described as unity with God, a state of deep love and acceptance. Symbolically, it was represented by light, by the halo, by the image of a person who sees truth. During the period of the Enlightenment in philosophy, the term shifted toward the awakening of reason, emphasizing knowledge, science, and independent thinking. All these traditions point to one idea: clearer seeing, not escape from reality, but understanding its mechanisms within ourselves and in the world. So what happens when someone says, I am enlightened? It is not a universal certificate or title. Often it means they experienced a profound moment of awareness, silence of the mind, a feeling of unity, or a deep change in perspective. That can be real and valuable. But the important question is it stable and integrated into life? If the experience becomes a new identity, I am enlightened, ego can simply wear a spiritual costume. The person may begin to feel superiority or separation, which is again a form of ego. True maturity does not announce itself. It shows in how a person lives: calmness even in difficulty, willingness to listen and learn, absence of need to be above others, discernment between truth and illusion, acceptance of one's own imperfections. This is not perfection, it is a process. And what about the brain? From the perspective of neuroscience and awareness, deep states of peace or insight often involve changes in brain activity. The network that constantly maintains the inner story of me, the default mode network, can quiet down. The internal commentary reduces. The result, a feeling of space, clarity, and presence. Not a mystical beam of light, but a shift in processing. This explanation does not diminish the value of the experience, it simply describes it. Is enlightenment the goal? Here is perhaps the most important idea. If we turn it into an identity or destination, it can create new tension. Better questions are, how can I live with greater clarity? How can I be less reactive? How can I distinguish thought from reality? How can I act with more kindness and truth? These are practical questions. And finally, there is no universal meter for enlightenment. It is not a diploma. It is not a competition. If someone has experienced deep transformation, wonderful. If not, the path may be longer, but still meaningful. The important thing is not to compare or judge. Awareness grows, human beings learn, and truth, however we define it, unfolds gradually.